All right, guys, what's going on? Sydney Finellis here, and today I'm gonna talk to you about starting your LLC. One thing that I do when it comes to my properties, I put them all in separate LLCs. These are ways to protect yourself. People can get litigious, and you try to open up one of these homes on your own name. Someone can sue you, and you can lose everything. All right, so you don't want to play around with that. You want to do it the right way, even if it costs you a little bit more, but in the long run, it'll all be worth it. So before we get started, go ahead, folks, like these videos. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, something that was missed that, I probably may not have answered, go ahead and ask those questions and I'll get back to you with that. And now with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, one more thing. My website's right here and the property management website there. Go ahead and check it out. Now with that being said, let's get started. Uh, I typically do LLCs with mine. I mean, there's multiple options. I am not an accountant. I'll tell you that. All right. So, folks, if you want, you can always go talk to your accountant, see what is the best option for you in your business. I'm just going over, how I started. I did it through an LLC. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna show you here in the state of Florida. It's done through Sunbiz. You can see that's the Florida Department State Division of Corporations. It's an official Florida website. So you got to go to your official site for your respective states, and that's where you can get it done. So, but today we're going to talk Florida, but I'm sure it may be similar. It may be some rules that are different there. Again, not an accountant. I don't know different state rules, but here we go for Florida. So here we're going to start a business, LLC. All right. And then just Florida Limited Liability Company. That's what LLC stands for. Review the instructions for filing articles of organization. So it actually gives you instructions. So if you're going in where you're not sure, you can go back and refer to this right here and they'll help you. Gather all information required to complete the form and have a valid form of payment. All right. So go ahead and file. You go here, stop. Uh, this form creates a Florida limited liability company or corrects your rejected online filing. So here we're going to go ahead and get started. I do have a file, but I'm going to start brand new since you'll be doing the same thing. Actually, before I do that, let's just go back and let's review the instructions. So, if you're going to go through it for the first time, you go here. It tells you about filing online or by mail. Some information there. Limited liability names. The name must be distinguishable on record of the Department of State. You should do some work to search before. So, you can't just pick a name and think it's yours. You got to make sure that name is not already taken. So do your research. It actually gives you a link in which you can actually check names. You end it with LLC. All right. Do not use or assume the name is approved until you receive a filing acknowledgement from the division. So, until you hear back, it's not official yet. All right. Even if it does look like it went through. Principal place of business. Where is your business located? Address to your business. Registered agent name and address. So if there's someone who's actually taking care of your business and doing your paperwork and all that and all the filings, maybe an accountant, they'll be your registered agent, which, that gives them the rights to file on your behalf, or you can be your own registered agent in this case as well, if you're your small business and, you just want to kind of do your thing. Okay. All right. Registered agent's signature. The registered agent must sign the application. Again, it can be yourself. Limited liability company purpose. So if you're doing it for Airbnbs, you could say you're doing it for rentals, short-term rentals, whatever falls into that category. So you have to let the state know what it is that your business is doing. Manager, authorized representatives. Who's the manager? Again, it could be yourself. It can be someone that you assign to be the manager to your business or whatnot. Authorized representatives. These are people who can file records for the business. All right. Effective date. I usually make the effective date the same date that I file. You may want to put it later on because your business doesn't kick off till a few months later, but things are in order and in place to go. So yes, when you want to create your business there. All right. And just have some instructions there that you can read through when you do go through. Your signature must be signed. All right. Corresponding name and email. You need your contact information. You can get a certificate of status. It is not required, but the certificate that they would send to you about your business and it being active. Certified copy. Those are $30 each. Again, not required, but it gives you a certified copy, including a filed stamp copy of the articles of organization, and will be verified that the copy is true and correct copy of the document on our records. All right. Annual report notice. Every year you do have to file a report about your business, right? So this between January and May 1st. Don't be late, folks. It costs, I believe, $400 if you file late. You need to file this, because if you don't file, your business will not show as active and your business is basically not legit. And if you do file late, it's going to cost you $400. So make sure you mark these dates down. If you got an accountant, make sure they know. I'm pretty sure they do know. But and if they don't, you need to let that accountant go if they miss that date. All right. And then this is what it would cost you, right? $100 for the articles, $25 for the registered agent designation. And then these two are optional. So it could cost you up to $160 to get your LLC started. Again, you don't need the last two. So, that's 125. So if you want to just 125 bare minimum to start an LLC, there you have it. You pay an accountant to do that for you. That's going to cost you a little bit more. You go to like LegalZoom or one of those platforms, it's gonna cost you a little more there, right? Because they got to pay their folks. So you can do it yourself. It's not that hard. All right. So that's basically it right there as far as the instructions for doing it. Well, I'll just go into the form now so you can take a look. Filing new, and here it is, right? The effective date. When is the business effective? The $125, right? The required filing fee, and then you have your optional fees. You select any of these. Again, you can do it within the website here. What's the name of your LLC once you did the research? What's the name that you finally found that's available to you? Where is your business? The mailing address of your business. It may not be the same place. Also, another thing about your business, it has to have a street address. You cannot use a P.O. box. So you can't go to the post office and get a P.O. box, at least in the state of Florida, and do it. One thing that you can do, you could probably go, you can do is go to a UPS store and get a mailbox that way, because those typically have street addresses there. Mailing address, same thing. Go to the UPS and set it up there. Name of the registered agent, whoever that may be. All right, and then their signature here. Any provisions that you want added here. Notice of your annual fee. We went over that already. There it is, $400 if it's late. Annually, you're paying $138, but if you're late, it ends up being $538. So save yourself the hassle. Pay attention to that, all right? Your corresponding email information, and then your signature. All right. Name of authorized manager. So if you have multiple people in your LLC, which essentially becomes a partnership once you get past one person. If you're one person, you're a sole proprietor, but once you got multiple people, it becomes a partnership. And there's different designation titles here: manager, authorized representatives. All right. All right. So you multiple people. Once all that's said and done, you can go ahead and continue. That'll pretty much take you. It's going to tell me I'm missing a few things, but that's going to basically get that process started. The application in the background there, and you then will receive a mail from the state letting you know everything was okay or not. And if everything's good, you're good to go. Once everything is good to go, you need to go ahead and get yourself a EIN, an employee identification number for tax purposes. I'm going to show you another video how to file that. That is through the IRS. So basically, when you file taxes and you do have an LLC, you will need an EIN so you could do your filings. All right. With that being said, thank you. Have a good one.